So we are going to be making banana bread today. So if you want to do me a favor, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. We have a lot of things like this going on. So in this bowl, we are going to put 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And then we're going to put the 1 teaspoon of baking soda in. Here, if you don't, sometimes I use salted butter, so I don't add the salt. Sometimes I use unsalted, so I don't add the salt. This time I had unsalted butter, so I added a half a teaspoon of salt. And I'm sorry if you hear the rattling in the background. My rabbit is acting crazy today. Normally I let her out in the morning. She runs around during the day. But today's been an exceptionally crazy day. It's my daughter's birthday, so, you know. So after we add those dry ingredients all together, we're going to mix it around. You're just going to want to make sure that it's well incorporated, because as in most ingredients, we're going to do the wet next. And then you'll add them all together. So you just want to make sure each one is incorporated well so that you don't have to do too much mixing in the end. So we're going to need a half a cup of butter, room temperature. I do this all the time where I forgot to take out the butter and then I have to melt it. So if you have to do this, it doesn't make a difference. It comes out perfect every time. This recipe always comes out perfect. I mean, you really have to do something crazy to mess it up, seriously. So here we're just going to cream the butter. And I don't do it like real crazy, but I do cream it a little bit because it's easier once you add the sugar. It gets fluffier faster. So here we're going to add 1 cup of sugar. We're going to cream that together. And like I said, this does not take long at all to make. I pretty much did this in real time. So in under 10 minutes, you could have this thrown together and putting in the oven. It takes longer to bake it. So it's really not, it's not hard. And this banana bread is delicious. It doesn't even need butter once it comes out of the oven. You ever had banana bread that definitely needed butter, cream cheese, something? You do not need to do that with this. I guarantee you. So here we're still creaming it. It's almost to where we want it to be. Once it gets like that fluffy consistency, then it's ready to go. So next we're gonna need 2 large eggs. Now you can do your eggs room temperature or cold. I try to do everything room temperature, but if not, like I said, it still comes out good either way. So you're going to mix that in there with that butter and sugar mixture. Make sure it's all well incorporated. Yeah. It doesn't take long to mix it. I just want to make sure that it's all mixed together because, like I said, you're going to put those wet ingredients with the dry. And you're not going to want to do too much mixing at the end of this. Do you you have something to say? So then we're going to add 1 cup of milk to this. We are going to also add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then we're just going to mix this all together so that it's pretty well combined. Yeah. And for this recipe, I use 3 large bananas that are mashed. And I use very, very, very ripe bananas. Because as most of you know, the sweeter the banana, or the riper banana, the sweeter it is. So if you find that your bananas are looking like, they're probably ready to be put into some banana bread. The best banana bread you'll ever have is if your bananas are overripe. So you want to do about, I believe, like 2 cups of ripe mashed bananas. I always do 3 large bananas. I never really measure it out. I just do 3 large. If you have 4 small, that'll work too. So at this point, we're just going to mix it around in there so that we don't have to overmix it when it goes into the flour. So now we have the dry ingredients, and we're going to pour those wet ingredients right on top. And we're going to start mixing. Like I'm going to say it again, you do not want to overmix this because it will become very, very dense. If you've ever had dense banana bread, it was probably overmixed. So all you really want to do is mix it until it gets just combined. So try scraping the bottom as you're going along mixing it. That way you don't have to mix it crazy. And I promise it'll be the softest, sweetest banana bread you've ever had. I see you, baby. I see you. Okay. And like I said, this does not take a ton of time to pull it together. So if you got, about 10 minutes to mix it up, you're going to have yourself delicious banana bread. And I don't know about anybody else, but I don't like when you get banana bread from like Walmart or your local grocery store. It just doesn't taste like bananas to me. It just tastes like bread with cinnamon in it. I don't know. So here I'm just using my favorite Anchor baking dish. I believe this is a 9x5. I just put it in there. I know, I see you, my silly cookie. You just put it in there. It doesn't really rise that much, so you don't have to worry about really filling it to the top. There's no rising agents in it. Well, the baking soda, but it's not enough to make it rise crazy. So, I fill it pretty high. It does rise just a little bit, but not much. You'll see it when it's done. I'll show you a little clip of it. And then you are going to put this in the oven for 50 minutes at 350 degrees. Then you're just going to take it out, put it on a cooling rack, and enjoy.